Russia is placing a renewed focus on the Arctic. This strategic region is increasingly important in a multipolar world. Speaking in Murmansk, President Putin emphasized Russia's intent to strengthen its Arctic leadership. This comes amidst intensifying geopolitical competition. Putin referenced former President Trump's interest in Greenland as an example of this competition. However, he refrained from direct criticism of the United States. This subtle shift in tone suggests a potential thawing of relations between the two nations. Putin's speech highlighted the Arctic's growing significance. The region holds vast untapped resources. It also offers strategic shipping routes. As climate change melts ice, the Arctic is becoming increasingly accessible. This has led to increased international interest and competition. Russia, with its long Arctic coastline, sees itself as a key player in this evolving landscape. The Kremlin is investing heavily in its Arctic capabilities. This includes expanding its icebreaker fleet. It also involves modernizing its northern military bases. Russia aims to secure its interests and project power in the region. The Arctic is becoming a focal point for global competition. Russia's ambitions in the region are clear. The question remains how these ambitions will shape future relations with the United States. Despite geopolitical tensions, there is potential for US-Russia cooperation in the Arctic. Russia is actively promoting economic collaboration, particularly in resource development. Kirill Dmitriev, a key economic envoy for President Putin, has expressed openness to joint ventures with US companies. These ventures could focus on logistics, energy exploration, and other sectors. Dmitriev acknowledged the need for the Ukraine war to end before any concrete deals can be finalized. However, he emphasized the existence of a good dialogue with the US on Arctic matters. This suggests a willingness to compartmentalize issues and explore areas of mutual benefit. The Arctic offers significant economic opportunities. The region holds vast reserves of oil, natural gas, and minerals. As climate change opens up new shipping routes, the Arctic's economic importance is only set to grow. Cooperation in the Arctic could provide tangible benefits to both the US and Russia. It could also foster a more constructive relationship between the two nations. However, realizing this potential requires navigating complex geopolitical realities. Recent statements from US officials suggest a potential shift in rhetoric towards Russia. Some officials have echoed Kremlin talking points on Ukraine and Europe. For instance, Steve Witkoff, a special envoy appointed by President Trump, seemingly accepted the results of Moscow's referenda in occupied Ukrainian territories. These referenda are not internationally recognized. This alignment in rhetoric has not gone unnoticed. A Russian newspaper highlighted the convergence of US and Russian narratives. It suggested that this could signal a broader shift in US policy. This shift in tone comes as the US seeks to reassert its global leadership. The Biden administration faces a complex geopolitical landscape. It must balance its commitment to Ukraine with the need to manage relations with Russia. This requires a nuanced approach that acknowledges both the challenges and opportunities presented by Moscow. Whether this rhetorical shift translates into concrete policy changes remains to be seen. However, it reflects the evolving dynamics of the US-Russia relationship. Russia views the evolving geopolitical landscape as a move towards a multipolar world order. Nikolai Patrushev, a key advisor to President Putin, articulated this perspective. He attributed the perceived change in US rhetoric to the Republican Party's differing views from the Democrats. This suggests that Russia sees an opportunity to exploit divisions within the US political system. Patrushev's comments highlight Russia's strategic thinking. Moscow is actively seeking to position itself as a leading power in a multipolar world. The Arctic, with its growing strategic importance, is a key arena for this power play. Public opinion in Murmansk, a Russian port city north of the Arctic Circle, reflects the complex dynamics at play. Some residents, like Elena, believe that Russia's growing strength will compel other nations to align with its interests. Others, like Olga, express a desire for Arctic development and cooperation with friendly countries. However, they remain uncertain about America's status as a friend. Russia's ambitions in the Arctic, coupled with its evolving relationship with the United States, are shaping a new geopolitical reality. The potential for cooperation exists, but it is tempered by deep-seated mistrust and competing strategic interests. The Arctic is becoming a crucible for the future of US-Russia relations.